welcome back to the Man Cave Workshop, and thank you so much for joining me again. Okay, update on the Man Cave Workshop. There hasn't been much done, to be honest. It is going to be finished in the next few weeks, I'm assured, but for now I've just set up in a quiet corner. I've been building up some tools, equipment and stuff. So as far as I've got at the moment is, the first thing I bought was this cutting mat and a DC bench power supply. It's a limited one, so it limits the current. I think it's a really small, compact one. I think it'll do the job. It'll go up to 16 volts, which some of the bigger hackers run off 18, but it'll be enough to run them, and it's very mobile. And for what I need at the moment, just to be doing a few bits and bats, I thought I'd just get it for now. Getting tools back, when you've lost it all, you realise how much stuff you actually had. And I have been, over the last 3 weeks, getting bits and bats, looking for bargains. I've just got the basic equipment, really, just to get up and running. Today I'm going to attempt to build a piece of equipment that I lost. I did build one in the past. I don't think I videoed it, and it's a lamp limiter, which if you're working on valve stuff, which I don't really do much of, to be honest, but it's a nice piece of equipment to have. So I'm going to build a lamp limiter, hopefully in this video. Got a couple of meters. I got a capacitance meter and just a very cheap voltmeter. Again, I think essential. Got screwdrivers, just been building up knives, precision screwdrivers set. I got wire cutters, wire strippers, some pliers, some, what are they called? Some of the long nose pliers, but forceps, that's it. Got some forceps, some solder, and very kindly a subscriber called Will Gibson. I've got a list here because I've had quite a few donations, which is really nice of you guys. He sent me this Antex soldering iron, which I will be looking forward to using. So I got a holder for the soldering iron, some solder and bits of bats. So what I'm going to do in this video, see how it goes. I might put this out on the channel, I might not. Depends how it goes. I haven't even got I lost my phone in the fire. That was on the bench in the Man Cave Workshop at the time, so I haven't even got an SD card. So I'm going to see how much video footage I can fit on this standard phone and see how we go. Oh, got a phone holder as well, so you can see this overhead view. Again, it's things that that you've got that you don't realise how much stuff you've actually got until you lose it all. So I'm going to pause the video now, because I've not done one for a while, and I'm just going to get my bearings to work out how I'm going to do this. I think I need to look up on the net the basic circuit diagram how to do this. I'm just going to do it as a straight through lamp limiter. So it's going to have this on, a plug socket, a switch, and one of these service bulbs in it, 100 watt, I think they are. So I've got it's basically wiring it all up, make it look a little bit pretty. You can put a bypass switch in between, so you can actually bypass the lamp itself that limits the flow. But I'm not going to do that, because I think for the amount of times I'm going to use it, if I'm happy that it's working with this, then I'm more than happy to plug the unit, the set, the radio straight into the mains. So I'm just going to pause now, get my bearings, get some tools together, and we'll go through this. If you're interested in this, then stick around. Right, okay, here we go. You can tell how empty this space is I'm using with the echo. So yeah, apologies again for that. It's just until we get more stuff, it's a bit empty. Okay, so I've just had a quick scour on the old internet. And this is basically what I'm going to be doing. I find it good practice to sort of draw what you're going to do. So you've just got your common or earth, a socket on one side, plug on the other. The neutral wire goes straight through. The live, I'm taking it, the switch is there. It might, I don't know how that plug's wired up. It might be switched like that, I don't know. But there's a switch there on the plug, and then the lamp. So the idea is that the lamp, should anything fail, takes up the juice, shall we say. So let's have a look what we've got. On the back of here we've got the neutral, the live and the earth here. Fairly straightforward. We've got the back bit that I think I can punch holes in that to mount or screw down to the piece of wood. Let's have a look at this. In here we've got what looks like a live and a neutral on different, I'm not, you have to bear with me guys, I'm not used to being, it's all new to me filming in this environment, so yeah, I think it's fairly straightforward. We want to put the light or the lamp, the bulb on the live line. So this line here is what we're interested in. So how am I going to do that? I think, well, so looking at this, the live has to go in there and then come out there, so it goes through the bulb. So I've got a piece of wire off something old that I'm going to use. So I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. I'm going to have some good old Jamaican ginger beer just to clear that. I'm going to have to sit back and think how I'm going to do this, aren't I? Because this has got no way to get. These are all supposed to go through the back of the cords, I think. And I want to go through the side, so I'm going to have to make a hole here for that bit, to then go to that bit, and it's got to get across the wood. So I'm going to have to sort of channel out a bit here, I think, unless we make another hole in the side there. Do you know when you thought it was just going to be dead straightforward, dead easy to do? That goes together like that. I'm going to have to route a channel out, I think, so the wire goes under there, into there, back out. It'll be the live wire. And when it comes out, it's got to end up at the plug here. Right, I'm going to get my thinking cap on. I say I've made one of these before, but it's so long ago I totally forgot how I did it. I'm going to get my thinking cap on, pause the video and come back when I've worked out where all the spaghetti goes. Well, sometime later, and I've done this bit once and made the fatal mistake of not pressing record. All the old habits coming back. What I was doing is I thought this would be a great time to test the soldering iron that Will kindly donated to the channel. Can't thank you enough, Will. Donations, fantastic. You know, found myself a bit down on my luck, lost everything, and for somebody to donate anything is just amazing. Can't thank you enough. All I'm going to do is, I've already done it actually, and this soldering iron is fantastic. I just got some solder and just ran it along to stop the ends of the wires fraying. This end's got to go to the plug, this end's got to go to the socket, and then we should be all good to go. But oh, I didn't do that bit, did I? Let's just pop a bit more. I've got some old, I'm still waiting for solder to arrive through the post, so I've got some old solder here. It's probably just full, it's probably very good. It was my my late father's, this solder, so I picked it up when I visited my mother not long ago, and it will be just lead full solder. I haven't got any flux, I can already tell that me and this soldering iron are going to have some wonderful adventures together. So again, thanks Will, can't thank you enough, keep saying it. I'm just blown away, amazed by donations. We're talking about that, the power supply I'm using, the power from the mains is running from just a surge resistant plug gang. But in between that and the mains, there was also another donation from a guy called John, and it's an isolation unit. It's down on the floor, so I can't show it you at the moment. But again, blown away. Thank you very much, John, if you're watching. I know all the lighting's wrong in here. I look like I've got one false hand with the way the lighting is. It's just temporarily until we get up and running properly. I know the sound's wrong, but this is just a test video and just a bit of fun, really. So I'm going to pause again because, again, I don't know how much I can store on this phone, and I'm going to look about wiring all this up. Okay, so moving on. What we do, I think we've got it wired up right now. So we've got the live going to the plug, goes through here, up, back down and out to here. The brown wire was too short, so I've just used what I've got. This wire was too short. I've put a little bit of red heat shrink on the end of it, so I know it's live. And the live wire goes straight to the plug, to the socket. We've got the neutral, which is pretty redundant. There's a neutral on this. Do I need that? The neutral... No, it's okay. The neutral needs to go straight to the plug, as does the live and the earth. So, is that the way around? Oh no, sorry, the live goes here, neutral here, earth there. So I'm just going to wire them up, put this on. Oh, what I did, I drilled a hole in the end of this case in here for the lead, and I'm going to put a zip wire around the inside here so it can't pull out. It is a really tight fit, to be fair. I'm going to do the same on this side, drilled a smaller hole, and for it to sit flush, apologies if I've got the window open, you probably hit an aircraft flying over. I just took out some of the base there, and these wires fit nice and snugly, so it fits flush when it's back on the plinth or platform. So yeah, I'm going to wire it up now, stick it on the plinth, and am I pointing in the right direction there? We're going to have to see if this works in a bit. So, okay, there we go. All wired up. Got the live into the live, neutral's neutral, common or earth there. Got this live going around, so it should go through the socket. And we've got some zip ties to stop it coming out should it get yanked. Actually, is that on tight enough? Yeah, that's holding quite firm, that. Okay, let's get it. I've just put a little bit of stain on the plinth, and all there is to do now is to mount it. So of course we go to attach it, mount it to the plinth, and again, thank you very much, Lee, if you're watching, for the box of screws. Really handy to have bits like that when you haven't got anything. But we go to put this fixing back on, and where I have taken out a little bit of plastic to accommodate the wires, of course it fouls the housing. Can you see that? So what I am going to do, I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to drill a little hole here to give it the space it needs to fix down properly. So okay, there we go, the finished product, all done. I'm gonna test it now on a Bush DAC 90 that I restored quite a few years ago. And what should happen is we should get a nice little glow on the light, and the radio should operate. Sometimes might go bright and then dim, and then the radio should operate as normal. If it wasn't, if there was a fault in this, and I suspect there isn't, even though I've not switched this radio on for quite a few years, I think, the lamp bulb would take all the load, meaning that nothing gets damaged in the radio, but the lamp bulb will go really, really bright, as if we've wired up everything right. Again, before we do this, thank you for watching, and apologies for the dismal lighting, the terrible audio. It's just, it's just what we have to do until the Man Cave Workshop's built back up again. And again, thanks for the donations. The donations have been brilliant. If it wasn't for you guys, then I wouldn't have been able to do this. Blown away by the donations. I'm not asking for any other donations. Don't expect anything. I think I've got enough to keep up and running. So big thanks to you guys. Means a lot. Really does mean a lot. Anyway, we're plugged in. This switch is off. Let's switch the radio on. And no volume. We should, when I switch the lamp limiter on, see a bit of a glow on the bulb. Let's see if you can see it with this dismal lighting. There we go. It went bright and then it darkens off a bit. That means, to me, the radio's safe. It's almost gone out. Let's put a bit of volume on the radio. We should hear the radio coming into life shortly. That's the plan. There's no... Oh, there we go.
Hester Street was neutral ground. Breeze! Wisdom! Cool Breeze is the only chaplain that Kenny knew.
And when we turn the radio off, obviously the bulb should go out. There we go. So, very simple, very effective safety bit of kit if you're working on bar radios to have. Doesn't cost much to do. Again, thank you guys very much for getting me up and running again. Appreciate it. And as always, be good to each other, and I will catch you next time.